All right. Welcome to Dad's DeFi Space. I'm Kevin, and I really appreciate that you have spent some time out of your day and decided to check us out on our channel. So, crypto enthusiasts and market watchers, welcome back to Dad's DeFi Space, where I keep it real about crypto, finance, and DeFi. And let me tell you, the US election has had our markets dancing like it's New Year's Eve. And honestly, thank the Lord it finally is over and Trump won the election. Not that I'm a Trump fan, but it did pump my back. So buckle up. This is going to be a fun ride. And remember, nothing today is financial advice. Please be a responsible and intelligent adult and do your own research. And let's talk not just the election, but market cycles. So here's the thing. If we take a look at, hold on, let me pull up my charts real quick. If we take a look at the S&P index, you'll see that less than 5 days ago, we had this massive gap on the chart right here, basically between, say, 57.50 and 58.70, give or take. This is on the daily chart, and this basically preceded the increase in the crypto markets. Hold on one second. I don't even have my chart up here. Let's start that over again. Right now, you're looking at the S&P 500 index, and we are checking out the last week of time. You can see that about 4 days ago, there was a massive gap between about 1750 and, or excuse me, $5,750 and $5,850. Not that S&P is always correlated with Bitcoin, but a lot of times it definitely is correlated with Bitcoin. What I would like to do now is actually take a look at just general market sentiment, and not just the stock market. We need to make sure we're paying attention to other things too. Bond yields are basically going up, and that usually precedes downtrends in the market, which I would expect the yields to go down with asset prices going up. That is not what we are seeing in the market. But enough about the boring TradeFi stuff, enough about the S&P, enough about bonds. Let's get into my favorite part, which is crypto and DeFi. And who's been the big dog the last week, guys? Bitcoin, of course. So before we actually get into Bitcoin, I wanted to take a look at Bitcoin dominance on our chart, okay? And let me adjust this so it's fitting to screen. There we go. It's a little bit better. This is a chart of Bitcoin dominance, and you can see that we hit a high basically, and I'm going to add a little trend line right here, right around 60.5%, give or take a little bit, right? And I want to make us aware that when Bitcoin dominance is going up, altcoins and ETH are bleeding back into Bitcoin. It's a concept that we've talked about before on the channel, and it's something that, honestly, to be doing well in the crypto space, you need to realize about you must realize the relationship between Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin price action, okay? Hold on one second. Let's see if we can get anyone else in this live stream right now. All right. Hopefully, we'll see if anyone joins us here in a minute. So those of you who find the live stream, please like and subscribe to Dad's DeFi space. Join the community, and let's get back to the charts. As you can see, we're looking at Bitcoin on the daily. On the daily, the MACD has taken a downturn, so we are, or excuse me, not Bitcoin, Bitcoin dominant. So we will keep an eye on this. This should be great for your altcoin bags because we have now gone down to about almost back down to my trend line of 58.9%. And this will show us that altcoins are probably going to slowly start picking up speed over the next weeks and months. But let's now go back and take a look at Bitcoin price action. Right now, we're taking a look at the Bitcoin chart, support and resistance, RSI, and the MACD. We are on the daily, and Bitcoin on the MACD is looking bullish. We hit up bullishness right after the election. We'll talk about that in a little bit. We like to call it the Trump effect, but this is election day right here on the chart, and no one knows really how long this is going to last. Bitcoin has broke above the all-time high. We are above $76,000 yesterday. We touched over 77, almost 77.5K, depending on what exchange or DEX you're doing your trading on. And the market is feeling pretty good right now. But let me tell you, those of us who have been here since the last bull, we deserve this. We deserve this bull. We were the ones who put in the hard work. We were the ones who helped support projects during the bear, the ones that haven't failed, or the rug pulls. And we are getting the coins for the price we deserve. So remember this, when the market gets very hot and bullish and everyone is telling you you're an idiot for selling. Terrible, terrible, terrible idea. So let's not go down that route. All right, let's take a quick look at CryptoBubbles. We're on the weekly right now, and you can see a lot of our plays are looking great. Jupe is up 26.2%, Ethereum 22%. Ooh, that's a nice one because ETH has been bleeding for a long period of time. Sway 22, almost 23%. Some of the DEX plays are flying. ORCA is up 66. Radium was not far behind at 56. My AERO tokens are looking sweet with a 30% gain this week. And by the way, all that's free because most of my AERO I'm farming. And we'll look at some of those LPs if you stay until the end of the stream. But enough about the altcoins. I wanted to go to my X account, which, yes, you should subscribe to us on X. That's CryptoZone 1013. And we're going to take a look at a couple posts from this week that I think may be beneficial. This is the first one. I think will be excellent for all of us to look at. And I know it's going to be hard to see, so take a screenshot, zoom in. But this is from CoinMarketCap, and they are the top performing coins over the last 90 days. And if you notice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you have about 7 or 8 massive altcoin plays in, or not just altcoin, the meme coin plays that are part of these top performing altcoins. Maybe this truly is going to end up being a meme coin cycle. Kind of hope not. I do prefer utility, but I'm going to play where the money is going. And a lot of money is actually going to meme coins at this point in time. So take a look. A lot of our own plays are straight up been some of the biggest gainers over the last 3 months. We got Sway, AERO. Let's see. Pith is on that list. And then as you go farther down, Solana, Injective, and a few others. But if we start looking at some of our kind of higher risk altcoin plays, PopCat on Solana, Whiff on Solana, those are also found within this same list. So CoinMarketCap, CoinGecko, excellent web pages to use for research. We've talked about that before. And let's take a look at some of the news for today and kind of check why is Bitcoin hitting into that next part of the bull run. Look no farther than BlackRock and some of the other ETFs. The Bitcoin ETF has flipped BlackRock's gold ETF. Take that, Peter Schiff. No, I don't mind Peter Schiff. I'm just saying I expected this. This is bullish. That doesn't mean we're not going to ever go through a bear market again. Don't listen to all those influencers out there in the next few months when they all start talking about a super cycle. Super cycle my butt. I don't see it. But I am very bullish, especially on Bitcoin. BlackRock is one of the largest financial providers in the world. And their Bitcoin trust IBIT is exceeding $33 billion. And here in a minute, when we look at some more charts, look at the market, I would like to kind of, we'll look a little bit more into the ETF flows, okay? But the inflows into these Bitcoin ETFs are massive. And yes, I hold a little bit in my retirement accounts, although not financial advice, of course, but I like to play with some crypto stocks a little bit too. And maybe we can check some of those charts out, MicroStrategy, Coinbase, and CleanSpark. Bullish. But anyway, this to me is going to be one of the bigger effects on the crypto space concerning the Trump election. So now we're going to get into the Trump effect. And again, please like and subscribe. Share this to anyone you know out there who may benefit from this information. Check out our webpage at dadsdefispace.org and check us out on Twitter CryptoX now, at CryptoZone1013. All the links are below. Check it out. But back to the news. Trump coming into office is extremely bullish. Not only is Trump trading NFTs, selling NFTs, part of a DeFi project, but he's looking into getting rid of Gary Gensler, which we should know that that's not possible, but he can force him or to play his hand. And Trump is looking like he may consider Robinhood's head legal advisor for the top spot as the SEC head. So what's interesting about this is Gary Gensler has been a bane on the crypto markets. This man actually, I think, was previously part of the SEC. His name is Dan Gallagher, and I don't know if he'll be good for crypto, but what I do know is he's going to be better than Gary Gensler. This is bullish for some of the cryptos that were facing legal trouble, one of those being Solana. And if you haven't realized, over the last few days, Solana has been on an absolute tear. You have had basically a god candle from 160 to over $200 a coin, and Solana flipped BNB, or the Binance Chain token. It is now the third largest cryptocurrencies. Retail investors, institutional investors, people are accumulating Solana. this is exciting. I've been in Solana since the 2021 bull and then 2022 bear. Last market cycle, I made some of my biggest gains with Solana and also some of my biggest losses towards the end. Again, it never hurt anyone to take some profit. Dad says it never hurts to take some profit. Anyway, so we are getting closer and closer and closer to aught season. And here in a minute, we're going to take a look at some charts and I'll explain a little bit more of this to you. So enough about the news. Let's get into some more charts after a quick market update. Let's do our market update. But basically right now, and let me reload, just make sure there was no major adjustments. But fear and greed is sitting right at about 73%. That's in the greed range. If you take a look at the fear and greed chart right here, you'll see over the last 30 days, it'll load up for me. Over the last 30 days, right here is what I'm trying to bring up. We have been on an increase. We just, not too long ago, just a few weeks, we were sitting more in the 60s, and now we are making we were sitting in the 60s less than a week ago, and we are now on our way towards extreme greed. Usually we're going to hit heavy extreme greed, and we're going to be farther along the altcoin season index before that time. But who knows when this is going to happen? It's time to start positioning for this last leg of the bull. Okay? Excuse me. Was lagging out a little bit there. I apologize if the connection is not working out for you, but please let me know in the chat if the audio is good, the video is good, and things like that. We're going to go back to the overview. And anyway, so right now, Bitcoin is sitting at 76,300, Ethereum just over 3,000, up 4%, BNB up 4%, Solana is down a little bit today, but as I said, on a tear, sitting at 198.05, and our altcoin season index is right at 37, so we are still in Bitcoin season. Please keep that in mind, okay? Our crypto market cap is sitting at $2.6 trillion. We are up. It's going to get bigger. When I am looking at, when I am doing some of my research, when I'm looking at price predictions, I take market cap into consideration. Where we, here, I'll show you. During the last bull, we topped out at about $2.86 trillion, and we're about matching that now. I expect this to hopefully triple and to quadruple in size, looking at around $6 to $8 trillion. I don't know if we're going to make it all the way to 10, and I use that in determining price predictions or kind of ladder out strategies for some of my positions. But that'll come at a later day, a later video. ETF inflows have been up. You basically also, like Solana, had a god candle of ETF inflows. November 6th, when was that? The day after Trump's election, of course. Awesome. So let's take a look at some charts. I want to start back where we began, looking at the Bitcoin dollar index. We are on the daily. Actually, let me set this so I can zoom in. All right, you can see right here, we had this massive candle on the daily after the election. If we check our weekly time frame, we can see that we are still technically range bound. Well, not range bound, but excuse me, that we have a support kind of around 60,000, maybe as low as see this, say 55, 56. I would get nervous if we're breaking a little bit below that, but our upper range is 76,000. I've actually began to set some of my liquidity positions into higher ranges to take in some of the more price appreciation as the bull goes on, but that also is for a later video. And if we zoom out, all the way where you can see the last bull, you can see that Bitcoin is strong above. I mean, our old zone during the bull is our new support zone for this bull. So my eye is being kept on 58, 55,000. It wouldn't surprise me if this ends up being the bottom of the bear, or at least close to the bottom of the bear. Again, not financial advice. But what's been on a tear lately? Well, of course, Ethereum. And I'm surprised that I'm saying that. But I wanted to take a look at the Ethereum chart and kind of some support and resistance ranges that I have marked on my chart. As you can see, and let me get out of this auto fit range so I can do some more adjustments. There we go. You can see on our Ethereum chart, our upper range all-time high was right around 48,000. And today we have cleared 3,000, which is this orange support zone right here. Our MACD is turning bullish. And our RSI is sitting just around 54. So this is on our weekly chart. I think we still have room to run, but I am watching Ethereum with a watchful eye because you never know. My liquidity positions are loving this because we have a lot on layer 2s on the Ethereum network. And I'm bullish on Ethereum as a large cap asset. But right now, I still have a lot more allocation to Bitcoin. Okay. Let's now take a look at another coin near and dear to my heart, and that is Solana. Kind of the same as Ethereum. There's always been this narrative of Solana flipping Ethereum. I'm not one right now in the belief that although there's a slight chance something like this may happen during the bull, in my humble opinion. But I want exposure to Solana. I want exposure to Ethereum. And I have a lot of exposure to Solana within lending, liquidity positions, and a good size spot position at this point of the market cycle. But I did want to make sure I have my upper resistance range right now set at about $210 until we break there and it becomes support, and then a lower support right around $98 to $100. I'm thinking about making some liquidity range adjustments using this chart, but if you look here, the MACD on Solana is even more bullish than ETH on the weekly. And if you haven't noticed, I love to look at mainly just the weekly and the daily charts. I'm more of a longer time frame swing trader, I guess, and long-term investor with my portfolio. But when you explore the crypto and DeFi space, you have to develop your style and your methods that work for you. And these are just some of the ones that work for me. Anyway, I'm bullish on Solana. The RSI is 62.5, and I'm thinking Solana may have a chance of breaking this support zone at 210 if the RSI stays bullish. Because I mean, if we were to zoom out in the past, it's not very good right here. Our RSI, topped out last bull cycle in the upper 80 range. And I would expect Solana to get back into the mid to upper 80s again this cycle. Or if not, at least in the 80 range. And right now we're only sitting at 62. Something to consider as we continue into the bull market. All right. Let's look at a couple other tokens that I haven't covered before in the past. Over the last few months, I've gotten more and more bullish on Sway. I want to go to the daily chart, though. I don't have as much data on this one. And I'm going to show you with Sway how I would set my support and resistance, say for for trading or for buying, selling, or for setting liquidity ranges. So first and foremost, I can kind of see that this area right here is extremely has been used for support a lot over the last little bit, and this is right around the let me lower this a little bit, right around the $1.65 range to maybe as high as $1.73. So we can be a little more conservative and use some of the wicks, and we'll say $1.66, and then we have an all-time high and upper range right around, hold on one second, we have an upper range for Sway right around $2.38. So Sway basically right now we're looking at a support level of $1.66 up to $1.70, and then an upper resistant range of about $2.38, which is above the all-time high. Looking at our MACD, we can see we've been bullish over the last probably 5 to 6 days. It's been on an absolute tear. We were in right around here, which was, the $1.80ish range. We started at $1.95, dollar cost average down into the 170s, and then I stopped dollar cost averaging recently once we hit above 205, 210, around that range. So Sway is a layer one ecosystem play. A lot of people believe that this one's going to end up becoming the next Solana, not flipping Solana, but being what Solana was the last bull run. And with a narrative like that, I definitely want some exposure. So I am slowly on dips trying to accumulate more and more Sway. I'll get in more into some of the smaller ecosystem plays once I do more research, because that's something I need to do a little bit more of, is some research into the Sway ecosystem. RSI is sitting kind of about like Solana, 63. That again, this is on the daily. Most of what we looked at as Solana, I believe, was on the weekly. And probably what some people have been waiting for, we're going to take a look at AERO token. Nick, you got here at just the right time. We're going to take a look at AERO. And you know what? Let me know if there's any other tokens we can look at today. I'd enjoy that. It'd be awesome. So let's switch over to our AERO chart. Oh, there we go. And maybe after this, I might even take a look at some meme coins before we look at some liquidity positions. All right, so we're looking at AERO Finance, and we've already broken above my last resistance level, which was set at about $1.30. Right now, we're sitting at $1.45. What's interesting about this, and I want to zoom out, is our all-time high was $1.52. We haven't quite hit that range yet at all, and not mean to move my support line. But what I would like to do, looking at this, is raise it up a little bit because we broke it. I like to be a little more conservative with my projections. And right now we're hitting at about $1.45. If we can break above this, we'll skyrocket up to $1.52 in my opinion. There's not much in between this range right here. I am so bullish on AERO token, and I thought I would use this time for the couple that are in here to look at a strategy to kind of leverage your AERO to use that to invest in other coins that you may be bullish on. For example, you could take this extra money, this leverage, to buy more AERO. You could be very degen and go into meme coins. Not financial advice. I would not recommend that, because you are still going to have to pay your loans back. Or if you're very conservative like me, you're bullish on Bitcoin or you're bullish on Solana, you can take that capital, you can add it to your Bitcoin bag, you can add it to your Solana bag, you can add it to your ETH bag, whatever you happen to be bullish on. So going back to my Twitter page, but we're going to take a look at a protocol on the base network. This is kind of impromptu. It was not part of my agenda for today, but I want to take a look at Moonwell protocol on the base network. Moonwell Fi is made for lending on the base network, and I'm going to show you how I can leverage some of my AERO position to invest in other assets that I believe in. And I'm going to show you step by step how I do that right now. So we're going to go over to Aerodrome Finance so I can harvest some of my AERO token that I harvested last night. So there's probably not a lot left at this moment, but we need a little bit of AERO in this wallet to perform the task at hand. So I'm going to my Aerodrome dashboard. We'll look at some of my Aerodrome liquidity pools, and then we're going to harvest our rewards. Oh no, my Bitcoin is out of range. Not by much though, and that's because ETH is running. So I'm gonna let this one sit for a couple days before I make any moves on it at this point. My new position that I opened up in this, I'm very bullish on World Mobile Token X, and I picked up this on a full range liquidity pool. If you look down here, it's earning approximately 115%, which almost is as much as my OVN position, which, you know, everyone knows what happened with OVN, just down by a lot. I'm basically now down on this position, even including liquidity fees, but not by much because I've been farming it for so long. So we'll claim this 5 AERO out of my OVN position. Definitely not recycling into OVN until the picture becomes a little clearer, although I will probably hold on to the coins within this position so we can make sure, because you never know. You never know. OVN might do a tokenomics adjustment, or who knows. So we have harvested all my AERO rewards, and I just realized we're lagging. Give me just a second. When I try to participate in Web3, stream, listen to music, and talk to you all at the same time, sometimes my laptop struggles a little bit. We'll be looking into investing in some new equipment over the next few months to kind of improve the stream and improve the videos. Anyway, we have harvested all of our AERO on Aerodrome, and now I am heading back over to Moonwell. Taking a look at some of the Moonwell markets, because I'll show you some of the coins that you can lend on the Moonwell protocol. And as this is my current positions right there. Or no. This is Euro coin, which I don't want to look at. Excuse me. I want to look at markets. All right, so these are the assets you're allowed to lend out on Moonwell: USDC, the Euro coin, Ethereum, Coinbase ETH, Coinbase Bitcoin, AERO token, Wrap Stake ETH, and a few other versions of restaked or liquid staked Ethereum. The Kelp DAO restaked Ethereum. Oh my gosh, it's just going to go on and on. Most of it are different Ethereum pools, and stable coins. All right, so I'm going to let you take a look at my portfolio of what I've lent out on Moonwell. We're going to add to that position right now. You can see that I've supplied a little over 1,000. I've borrowed just under 400. So I like to stay around 50% leveraged. And I'm closer to in the 40 range right now. Understand that whenever you lend out assets, you have to pay very close attention to the total value locked, to the amount borrowed, and what the liquidation level will be. You don't want to get your position liquidated. But right now, we've supplied about $1,100. I've borrowed 4. We have a little bit of credit remaining, and I'm going to supply a little bit more AERO into this position. So I go to AERO. I earn approximately 13% APY for lending out my AERO, 12.3 in the AERO token, and then 0.7 in Wells rewards, which I just stake within their governance. I'm gonna just upload the few AERO that I put harvested off my aerodrome positions, and now I'm depositing the AERO token into the platform. So now that that is deposited into the platform, I can, well, let me confirm the transaction first. Once I confirm the transaction, my AERO is deposited, and then I can borrow against my position, right? So let's look at that right now. I am bullish on AERO. I still think the price could go up. Again, I like to keep my borrow rate below 50%, and that gives me about 10% I can borrow right now. So we will borrow stable coins because, well, let's see what stable coins have the best rate right now. Oh, they're paying you basically to borrow Ethereum right now. That's nuts. But lots of people are borrowing stable coins. So let's take we're going to just borrow off a USD coin for now. Not the full amount. I don't want to risk getting liquidated, but we'll borrow $75. That'll put me close to about the 50% level. Yes, I'm paying 20% interest, but these rates are variable, and it'll stay high, but I expect price appreciation to go even more. Now, once I confirm the transaction, I'll have that money in my wallet, and then I can take that capital and I can apply it to a liquidity position. I can buy spot crypto, which is probably what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'll even, watch this, I'm gonna loop it a little bit. And what I'll do is I'm gonna go to Aerodrome, swap what I borrowed into Ethereum. And then once I swap the Ethereum, if it'll load for me, or excuse me, swap my stable into Ethereum, then I can take what I have in Ethereum, right, and lend it right back out on Moonwell or Aave or whatever protocol it happens to be your favorite. Now, this is very risky. None of this is financial advice. And understand when you start looping, when there are massive dips in the market that can really wind down your position, you could end up getting liquidated, and you don't want that to happen. Something very similar to that happened to me when we were when I was playing with a looping strategy on the Manta Pacific network back during its massive tear. So I'm going to approve the USDC, which you have to do with every trade on a DEX. And then once that is allowed within my wallet, we can make our swap. Now, once our swap is made into Ethereum, okay, once the swap is made into Ethereum, then we can, I know I'm lagging out right now because I'm performing Web3 applications during a stream. All right. Hopefully the swap went through. It looks like it did. And now we're going to go back to Moonwell, and then we're going to supply some of the Ethereum. I think it'll allow me to supply wrapped Ethereum. No, excuse me. I will need to swap my Ethereum into wrapped Ethereum, excuse me. So we're going to wrap this Ethereum real quick. I did an extra swap, not even meaning to, not thinking. Some protocols will want you to upload wrapped ETH, especially if it's on another network. And then some protocols, they just want standard Ethereum. Now, let's take a look at Moonwell again, and then I'm going to show you how you can use the looped Ethereum, or excuse me, take the AERO that we swapped to Ethereum, or excuse me, the AERO that we deposited, borrowed USDC off of, then swapped to Ethereum. We're going to now lend that Ethereum on the Moonwell protocol. So I don't want to deposit all my Ethereum because I have to leave a little bit in here for gas. Not much for the base network, but you know, a little bit here. And we're going to just supply a little bit. Like I said, I did this last night, so I've already performed most of my deposits and swaps and harvesting of AERO tokens. But we're going to deposit this $52 into my Ethereum position, and then we'll take a look at my lending supply portfolio. All right. We supplied it successfully. And then you can see here the increase in my the value of the liquidity on that people are lending out on the Moonwell network. So let's take a look at the portfolio now real quick. And you can see that we are now supplying this much, right? And my credit limit is actually hitting right around, it looks like the liquidation point's like right around 40%, I think, of the value. So I can technically borrow another 30%, not gonna do that right now, but I am going to borrow just a little bit of USDC just to keep in my wallet. I'll probably be putting this into a, as I build it up into more liquidity positions. All right, so I hope that was a little informative. That was kind of impromptu of how to use the Moonwell platform. I'll probably edit that into a video at a later point. So all I have left today is I wanted to show you a little bit of my liquidity positions over on the ORCA platform. Then I got a couple of plugs at the very end. I'll save that for the end, of course. But if you're here, please like and subscribe. We are a slowly growing channel, and I want to offer a lot of good information for people who are just exploring the DeFi space, how to do it safely, how to do it properly, and how to do it right. Now, we are sitting on ORCA. I'm going to take a look at some of my portfolio positions right now. I have a lot because I'm playing with some smaller meme coins and slowly building up this Jupe Sol position. This portfolio is sitting just under $2,800 right now, and it's earning anywhere from $15 to $30 of crypto a day. Normally what I do with the majority of this is I place it, I convert a lot of my rewards back into Solana or Jito. So I try to keep it at 50-50 and lend it out on Camino Finance, which, yes, you will need a VPN on, you will need a VPN to get it if you're in the States, if you're using Camino Finance. I use NordVPN, no affiliate links or anything like that, but I would recommend them. Anyway, I am in a wrapped Bitcoin Sol position on ORCA. It's earning about 1.2% a day, 0.12% a day. I have a Sol USD position on it, earning approximately 0.3. A Tucker Sol, which is a very risky meme coin, earning about 6.2. It's killing it right now, but it had a huge pump, which if we look at the chart over here, and I don't mind looking at some altcoins. I mean, in the last day, a God candle up 62%. I'm going to take myself some profits after I finish this live stream. But I don't know. We might make a run for almost 3 cents and hit this high right here. MACD still looking bullish. I'm going to go down to a lower time frame on this. Ooh, looking super bullish on the 2 hour. So this is one I may look at a little bit later today, but it's a super risky play, not financial advice. This is one I'm going to build. I really believe in the Jupe token. I love staking it. I love earning those platform fees and airdrops. I am pairing it with Solana. They're very correlated. Although one will pop and the other won't, it goes out of range. Sometimes I'm earning about 0.3% a day, close to right what I'm earning on the Sol USDC. That is absolutely awesome. That's great yields. I've been playing with the GOAT token, just $100 to $200. I've been earning around 1.6% a day of yield, which I'm earning about 1.6% a day in yield. Sorry, I guess the kids are getting in trouble in the other room. I apologize. And we also have a pot cap with position, which I'm very bullish on both these memes. I'm using my fees to slowly build my position. Thank you so much, CryptoFeel. I'll put a link for his YouTube in this one. I've met him in the UIG Underdog Investor Group with Crypto Labs Research. If you're interested in joining probably the best private DeFi group on YouTube, check out our link below, 20% off. Tell them that Dad's DeFi Space sent you. And you know what? Give. You hear this? I'm sorry. I guess they're getting in trouble. So maybe it's about time. I'm so sorry, the few that are in here. That was my children getting in trouble in the back of the house. Okay. I'm probably going to have to get off this live stream here in a minute. I had one more thing to do. It has lasted a long time. I'm so glad that you made it, Nick. That's awesome. And the others that are in here too, please like and subscribe. We have excellent DeFi, crypto news, reviews, analysis, and we constantly are looking at new DeFi positions. But getting back to what I was talking about, a very risky, but a position that I'm really bullish on is this PopCat with on Solana. I'm earning over 1.1% a day right now, but people are heavily trading this. I've seen it as high as 3% a day and as low as 0.1% a day. But I'm using this to slowly build up a PopCat with position. I lend some of it out at times. Sometimes I sell pieces of it. It's a pretty complicated strategy, and maybe in the future I'll make a video of that. But again, thank you, CryptoFeel, for recommending this pool. I love it, and I've been working on this one for quite a while. On that note, don't take any of my and these aren't recommendations, any of my strategies and just apply them. Please do your own research first. Some of them are risky. You can suffer serious and permanent loss if you don't educate yourself. And a great way to do that, by the way, is at dadsdefispace.org, the website. We have basically weekly, daily articles on how to properly invest safely in the crypto and DeFi space. Now, let's take a look at AERO one final time before I end the stream. And then on another day, we can take a look at some of these other altcoins because I'm running out of time at this point. So Aerodrome Finance looking very, very bullish on our weekly. Looking very, very bullish on the MACD on the daily. 3 days of bullishness. 4 hour, starting to look a little bearish. 2 hour, maybe turning bullish again. So that is part of the reason that I prefer to look at larger time frames unless I'm planning on doing some positioning that day or over the next 48 hours. The longer a time frame you look at on a chart, the better the prediction will be. The shorter time frame you go, that doesn't play out as well. And I want to turn off the MACD, take a look at the Bollinger Bands real quick on AERO. You can see that we're way up above the oversold area, and that's why I'm watching this very closely. But as I said, if we can get back above our all-time high, it's this line right here, which is a little over $1.50. I could see this running even more, so I'm just keeping my eye on it. Not financial advice, but if it does much more than, say, it went from $1.50 to $1.75, I'm going to probably deleverage and sell some of the position, at least temporarily. It's not going to keep running forever. This is not just up only. And I hope that you strategize and think about this before you make decisions in the crypto markets. I had one final thing that I wanted to show you today. I'll have to get into my Google Drive to bring this up. And it is a analysis of kind of my temporary portfolio composition. Now, I have not updated this in 2 weeks. I've added to a little bit of OVN during the massive dip down to 4. I think I've added AERO, I've added some Aether, and I've added, these are coins that I've already had. I'm just adding to my bull run bags. And then my sway position went out of range and I liquidated it and converted it back into ETH to lend out. But I will build that one back up. That one's starting to dip and I'm ready to start accumulating sway again here after it dips a little bit more. There we go. That was the template, but this is some of my positions that you can see. So you can see within the chart, I'm still a good 46% Bitcoin, 9% SOL, 17.5% ETH. And then after that, my next biggest position would be Jupiter, Aerodrome, Render, Injective, AVAX, and Sway, but that position's gotten smaller because I was including that liquidity position. So take a snapshot. Don't use this as financial advice, but here you see some of my positions, portfolio allocation. I'm going to make a video in the near future on how to properly allocate to your portfolio. In this space, people get way too risky. They don't take profits and they ride the train up and they ride the train back down. Or they ride the roller coaster up and they ride the roller coaster back down. And I love it. I love riding roller coasters, but that's not what you want to do in the crypto space. So I hope this has been an excellent live stream today. If there's any content that you would like to see, whether that's video reviews, altcoin reviews, charts that you would like me to look at, or strategies, please comment, become a part of the community, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and please check out dadsdefispace.org, sign up. That's where we post our pools of the week, our DeFi positions, and follow us on X. Have a great weekend. I'm going to take some time off, enjoy some time with the kids, go out on a date with the wife tonight. You should do too. Go outside, breathe some fresh air, touch the grass, and get off the screens for a little bit. But until next time, peace.